What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Overachievers Gaming Podcast, the Marvel Strike Force Insider Envoy Edition. Wow, it's starting to be a mouthful at this point.
Envoy Edition.
Envoy Edition, full stop. I don't know what that means. But anyway.
Full stop.
Anyway, so joining me this time is Chef Crondo. Ashley Pastrami is taking a permanent break from the game. He's no longer playing it. So we are, it's just me and Chef now, just talking Marvel Strike Force and the amount that we love it. Yeah, exactly.
We can make MSF great if we try. Not really.
I don't know about that. We'll see. They have to do okay. We'll talk about it in the next podcast when we do it, but I've been playing other games that are mobile related, and just makes me realize how
outdated MSF is.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because we love the game.
Almost like they don't take the advice of anybody and they just double down on their one-track path of fuckery.
Whatever. It's fine. It is what it is. But anyway, we're here. We're here to not bitch about MSF, although we love to bitch about MSF.
That's why I get up every day.
I'm dying over here.
Yeah,
sorry.
Just because you're lying through your teeth and... I'm just kidding.
I know. That's just what happens. Just the universe getting back to me. Anyway, let's talk about the new shiny that's happening in Marvel Strike Force. So the new things that's happening is we have this new faction and this new tag called Shadowland. I don't know.
Wow, it's such a creative name. I almost feel like Blizzard just used that as the name of one of their expansions.
All right, we can just stop the pod now. That's it. Okay, we're done, guys. Thank you very much for coming out.
No. I will say one thing. Okay, at least it's not another team full of mutant people. Okay,
it's true.
These are actual city units. So.
Yeah, so we are getting updates to some characters. We're getting updates to Elecktra, Daredevil, Night Nurse, and then they're adding 2 new characters to this team, which will be White Tiger and Full Metal's favorite character, Moon Knight. Moon
Knight's actually kind of a dope unit in general. I'm hoping they do some good justice with him.
I guess. I mean, I don't follow comic book stuff like at all. I probably should. I've tried doing Marvel Unlimited, but there's so much. It's a little overwhelming, you know. So anyway, let's dive into it because we got a lot to talk about, and I got shit to do today. So let's get going. Anyway, this goes live today at our normal time, which is not our normal time. Our last podcast already went live. I'm saying, but this goes live at 2 p.m. Eastern because that's when the embargo lifts. And then you can also, if you want to talk more about it, you can find us at ogpodcast.fm, which is our website where we have all this and other stuff where we talk about video games in general because it's not just Marvel Strike Force. Anyway, you want to dive into Moon Knight because I got to go, clear my throat real quick so I don't kill you.
Okay, so Moon Knight is a hero city mystic brawler from the Shadowland faction. Big surprise. Interesting kit he's got here. His basic, I'm going to say disassociative strike. Just a basic attack. Attacks primary target for 340% damage. Gain a random positive effect for 2 turns from the list. So it's going to be either a counter, offense up, or speed up. I feel like you're always going to want the speed up or the offense up. The counter is going to be very the worst role in that system there. But the one thing that's interesting, when forced to attack an ally, this character deals less damage to Shadowland characters, which immediately makes me think of anti-Mystique or Loki. Because
I was going to say,
yeah, because those two can essentially waste an attempt if they attack the wrong person. So obviously this is some kind of, maybe a forecasted counter to either one of those squads, as if there weren't enough counters for Asgardians already. But anyways,
well, for maybe for Emma killers or something like that, Emma Marauders. Who knows?
His special, Night Guardian, starts with energy at 5 out of 5. Attack primary target for 310% damage, plus rebound chain to 3 to 5 adjacent targets for 240% damage. Gain plus 100% crit chance on any target that has a negative effect. Cannot be blocked, and counterattack breaks the chain.
Interesting.
I don't know. It just seems like a pretty typical attacker kind of move. Can go down the line, gets a benefit if they have negative effects on them. Basically by doing more damage. Nothing crazy there. Ultimate death from above. Energy cost 6 out of 6. So he starts loaded with all these abilities. Attack enemy for 380 to 500% damage plus apply heal block. I said apply heal block.
Apply. It all works.
Apply, yeah, sure. 50% chance to apply up to 3 additional negative effects for 2 turns to each enemy from this list. Bleed, blind, defensive down, disrupted, offense down, and slow. Interesting. Okay. Gain plus 100 to 200% focus for this attack. In war, this attack clears all positive effects on each enemy. Yeah, it definitely sounds like an Emma killer. Like that definitely sounds like a turn 2 attack for after Emma puts her defense up and all that other stuff everything. On everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Passive Fist of Konsu. This character cannot block. Oh, okay. So Moon Knight can't block. Is that what? Okay, cool. Hopefully he's got high defense. Otherwise, he's basically Scarlet Witch 2.0. If this character gains deflect or at the end of any character's turn, if this character has deflect, flip deflect to offense up plus fill speed bar by 20%. Gain 15% damage reduction, gain 40% resistance, gain 30% max health, and all Shadowland allies also gain 30% max health. In war, while this character has counter, gain plus 50% damage. Interesting. Okay. So maybe that was wrong about the whole wanting to have offense up or speed up, because what if you had offense up provided from an additional source and then also got an additional 50% damage for having a counter on yourself? So Moon Knight just seems like a pretty basic damage stripper. I don't know. Nothing crazy in this kit.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. Also, want to just make this known. They told us in the Envoy chat that all of this stuff is subject to change, heavy subject to change. I guess they're still working this out, trying to figure some things out with the kits, doing some internal testing, which means they're probably behind on some stuff and they're not exactly set on anything. So, excuse me. Every time anything we talk about is all subject to change.
So they're going to release characters and they're going to sell them for money and
they're going to
possibly change them.
Yep.
So I'm going to offer to sell any Patreon that applies to us. I will give you guaranteed success in life if you give us $10. And that's subject to change on whether or not I actually change your life. Okay.
I think that is absolutely subject to change. Patreon.com/OGpod for anybody interested who wants to give us $5 or $10. I will just unlock the $10 option right now and be like, hey, we're going to change your life subject to change.
I tell you what, in the middle of this, if you do go and you buy Noob Energy Drink and you use the coupon code OG15 to get 15% off all of your orders, I heard that inherently grants you a +5 skill to any game you play, right?
That will, Noob Energy Drink definitely will give you a guaranteed 7 red star at some point.
Oh, subject to change, dog. Subject to change.
It'll happen at some point. And subject to change. Yeah, absolutely.
Anyways.
And also, just if anyone's curious about Moon Knight's, how he works on defense, we were told that in war, if Moon Knight is on defense in a boosted room, which I don't know why you would put this on a defensive team, but whatever. He ignores the multiple stacks of deflect, but will get 1 boost from his passive of offense up plus 20% of speed. So it won't be wasted, but it's not great. Not a good thing to put him in on defense. This is more of an offensive team, which is interesting because I don't know. They're just breaking up some teams, and we got a slight hand rework, I guess, but who knows. All right, I'll go over White Tiger. So White Tiger is a Hero City Mystic Brawler Shadowland. Basically, it's called Rising Claw. Attack primary target for 300% damage, plus apply heal block for 1 turn, and defense down for 2 turns. This attack deals double damage to summoned characters. I like that mechanic.
Yeah.
The double damage to summoned characters.
Yeah.
When this character performs a counterattack or assist, she applies defense down for 2 turns plus slow to 2 turns on each target. That's pretty good. When forced to attack an ally, this character does less damage to Shadowland characters.
This team is definitely catered towards beating Emma, or somebody they have planned, because the fact that both White Tiger and Moon Knight have that same ability on their basic means that this is meant to counter that initial, whoopsie that Mystique can throw at you.
Yeah, as well as Emma too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, with Emma's second ability, yeah, you're right. Or her ultimate, my bad.
Her ultimate, yeah.
Yeah.
So wild that they bring this character out. It's like, oh, here's all the counter, all this stuff. Throw us money. Subject to change.
Throw us money. Subject to change.
And then her special is called Stalking Slash. Energy cost 4 attack primary target for 140% piercing plus 20% piercing per Shadowland ally. So if you're doing this with a regular team, it's 240% piercing. Nope, hold on, I can't do math. 220% piercing. She doesn't count herself, I would assume so. And then she bonus attacks 3 times for 60% piercing plus 20% piercing per Shadowland ally. So it's extra 80%, which is 140%. So that's 220% plus an extra 3 times for that. It's gonna, if you get high red stars on her, she's gonna be hurting. She's gonna ignore all armor and defense up and all. Well, not defense up, but anyway. Apply heal block for 1 turn plus disrupted for 2 turns. In war, apply ability block for 2 turns as well. Wow.
Yeah, she's totally a Emma killer because, yeah, go ahead with the next ability, actually.
All right. So ultimate's called Thrill the Fight. Interesting. I like where they're going with this, especially with the passive name. Called Energy cost 2 of 4. Heal self for 50% of this character's max health plus clear all negative effects. Attack primary target for 600 damage plus apply heal block. Yeah,
so turn 1 that Emma takes, you use Moon Knight's ultimate to strip all the buffs. Then, after a couple turns, once, what's his face, Mr. Sinister puts all the regens up on everybody, Strife's got taunt, just come in here with that Thrill the Fight ability and go ahead and strip the rest of it. It's like a total, yeah, this is like a huge counter.
You're going to use that turn 3, essentially.
Oh, right, because you can't, because the energy cost is 2 out of 4, right?
Yeah. So, well, actually, you could use a turn 2, because energy cost 2 of 4, you start off with 3. Yeah, you'll use this turn 2. Yeah, you're right. Okay,
yeah.
I thought it was 5 for some reason.
All this is subject to change, by the way. Just throwing it out there again. Even my my opinions of how this could play out.
Yeah, all subject to change. Pass is called Eye of the Tiger. Who didn't see that coming?
I know, right?
On spawn, fill speed bar by 10% plus 5% speed bar per Shadowland ally for self in all Shadowland. So you get, if you're playing World of Warcraft, your turn meter will fill up by by 30%. On spawn, apply offense up for 2 turns to self and all Shadowland allies. On kill, fill speed bar by 70%. I'm getting flashbacks to Black Panther here.
Yeah.
Gain 50% focus. Shadowland allies gain 50% focus. In war, gain 30% resistance for self and all Shadowland allies. On war offense, gain 20% damage to self and all Shadowland allies. So it definitely seems like, excuse me, White Tiger is the team to, or is the person to really, you want high red stars on.
Dude,
for just turn me to rewind and all that stuff.
Right? This kit is like Black Panther mixed with, I don't even know. It's crazy to me how diverse these kits are compared to the characters they bring out.
Wakanda 3.0?
This is like the Wakanda team combined into one character.
Yeah, I suppose. It's
the only thing it doesn't do is put defense up on everybody. That's like literally the only thing that she does not do.
Yeah, but the fact that she has defense down for 2 turns on basic,
yeah,
that's in heal block
and heal block, yeah.
It's like, wow, it's like, yeah. I'm sure. I wonder if anybody on this team was actually going to do defense up on.
And slow. I mean, the kit's crazy.
Silly.
I mean, compared to. Oh wow.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about the reworks of new characters. So they're reworking Daredevil, Elecktra, and Night Nurse. So if you have high red stars on Night Nurse, for those who did the meme worthy of tier 14 and tier 15 in Night Nurse to bring her into DD3 and DD4, congratulations. You did not play yourself. You hit the gold. You hit yourself the jackpot, essentially. So what a gamble. You guys have diamond hands. So let's talk about, we're not going to go through the old and the everything like that. We're just going to go through what's changed in what aspect. So why don't you talk about Daredevil?
Okay, so I mean, I guess the basic thing is that his base health stat was improved by 11%. He had the Shadowland trait added to it. New parts to his kit are on his basic, his bonus attack. No. Okay, so sometimes it's hard. They highlighted the word bonus, but they didn't.
Yeah, so they took out the villain and they just said bonus attack.
So he just basically he almost bonus attacks now. When forced to attack an ally, this character deals less damage to Shadowland characters. Again, that's the third person that has that in their kit. New to the special, attack primary target for 200% damage, plus chain to 2 arts, 2 spaces.
They just added.
They just added the Shadowland allies. Okay, yeah. So basically, he applies counter to the defense of the Shadowland allies. Then for his ultimate, the only change is that if this character has 3 or more Shadowland allies, the attack cannot be blocked. And then his passive basically adds the Shadowland tag to all the abilities. And the only thing that was added to his passive was in war, if this character has offense up, gain 25% crit chance for each Shadowland ally, and flat across the board, gain an additional 10% speed for self. So Daredevil gets a slight bump, and he 100% gets a crit. Yeah, I mean, that's a fat. But if he has offense up, does it do any of them?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we haven't gotten through the rest of the kits, but White Tiger nor Moon Knight apply offense up, so I'm not sure who does. Probably Night Nurse.
Yeah, but then he also gets allies get 10% speed too. There's one more tab on that on the next page.
Oh, on the next page.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Still,
whoops.
So I mean, they're really pushing speed on this. So if you happen to have the Daredevil passive upgraded already from your Defenders run, this is actually pretty good.
I'm not upset with that because I have a 5 red star Daredevil, so not gonna be too mad about that. But yeah, cool. Looks like a decent kit, honestly. I like the addition of the offense up with the guaranteed 100% crit if you have a full Shadowlands team. That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool, and that's actually there's going to be some. I don't know. This team just seems kind of silly, but I kind of like that it's kind of silly. You know, just from the initial gut reaction. Some of the footage they sent us. They're countering Black Order on in war. They said that it's going to be a good matchup for that, but I don't know how. They said it's an even matchup, but like I don't know about you, but I've seen some like 800k teams in war. I'm not going to spend. I'm not going to upgrade these guys that crazy. I mean, I might clean up some teams, but whatever.
I also don't see a ton of Black Order on defense anymore. Not a ton of them. I mean, there's definitely quite a few, but
like half, I would say. Like in the important rooms, like Med Bay, Barracks, Armory.
Exactly
those teams. Yeah. Anyway, so Elecktra gets her base health stats improved by 11%, and her basic now it says if this character has 3 or more Shadowland allies or this target is a defender, apply 3 bleeds. Okay, so and anyway, she's always going to apply 3 bleeds to her basic attack. And then the one force attack and allies character deals less damage to Shadowland characters. So we don't know how less damage. Mm-hmm. My assumption is it's probably like 50%.
Yeah,
would be my assumption. We don't know. The footage they gave us had no stats or damage numbers or anything like that, so it's hard to tell how that works. Anyways, and then her special says now it does 300% damage as opposed to 160% damage. Now clears 2 to 3 positive effects as opposed to 2. And she gains stealth for 2 turns.
It's not bad. I mean, hey, that's actually a nice bump for her, to be honest.
Yeah, needed something. So, and then her ultimate went from 530% damage to attack primary target for 600% damage plus 20% piercing. In war with 4 more Shadowland allies, applied disrupted for 2 turns to primary target, gain 500% extra focus to this attack. And she's going to start with this. So the fact that she has, disrupted that she can apply for 2 turns, turn 1 is really good.
That's fat, actually.
I wish it would clear and apply disrupted because kind of like what Karnak does. I think that's a little bit better.
It might actually. It might strip and then. Oh no, it doesn't strip. Never mind. What am I talking about?
Well, she can clear 2 to 3 positive effects with her special, but then
right.
I understand that.
Yeah.
And then her passive is on spawn, apply evade and stealth to all adjacent Shadowland and hand allies.
That's actually dope.
She's going to apply stealth to everybody on spawn. Well, to 2 other people on spawn. That's kind of wild, actually. So you could probably put this on
Night Nurse and Daredevil.
Who would you want? Yeah, Daredevil is the damage dealer of the group.
Yeah, and Night Nurse is healer, so she's not going to have a lot of defensive value.
Yeah, so interesting. Then she has. Right, in war, gain 40% focus. Shadowland allies gain 40% focus. On spawn, generate 1 ability energy for self. If this character has 4 more Shadowland allies, gain 85% chance to revive on
Wow.
death.
Okay. That's actually really good.
She might be coming back.
Yeah. I mean,
We'll see.
Everybody's got. I mean, at this point, everybody has to have her at seven yellow stars. The same thing with Night Nurse and same thing with Daredevil. So this is like a free Emma Killer team to add to your arsenal if you actually have all those characters at a decent level right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you're gonna have Elecktra. Probably some people might actually have 7 red star Elektras already. So it's not going to be not too shabby. Same with Daredevil. So,
dude, I just looked at the first line of Night Nurse's kit. I'm actually kind of excited to see what they do with her, man. Like, this is interesting.
All right, so bring us into it.
Okay, so she did not receive a flat health boost like the other ones, but new to her primary attack, the damage was increased to 320%, and it just flat out applies slow for 2 turns. Originally, it was 50% chance, so that's fire. Yeah. If this character has 2 or more Shadowland allies, flip 2 positive effects to negative effects on the primary target with her basic attack.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Dope, dude. To flip them, and not just strip them, but flip them. So that's actually super good. Because you can turn a immunity into a disrupt, or you can turn offense up, defense up into the opposite slow. I mean, dude, that's actually really good. She also deals less damage on a to Shadowland characters. I really like that they added that. So her special, which was her one heal, or heal the lowest ally, all the heals stayed the same. But it says clear 3 negative effects from the most injured ally and all adjacent allies. Also, heal the most injured ally and all adjacent allies for 4,200 health plus 20% of this character's max health. Call the ally with the highest damage to attack the primary target. That's dope. That's super dope. I mean, that's going to be Daredevil every time, probably. But most likely, yeah. Wait a minute. What did they add to his basic? Oh, he does the double.
He does the bonus attack, but I don't know if they're going to add that. If he's going to bonus attack with that, but who knows? They might. It'd be interesting if they do.
Yeah, he bonus attacks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's. I mean, I like that.
If he bonus attacks with the assist, that's going to be insane.
That's going to be insane.
I don't think he's going to.
I also am curious if when she does the heal, if that heals the adjacent allies around the person that she heals, or if that heals the adjacent allies to her.
I would assume it's to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it depends on who is getting hit, but yeah, I mean that might be interesting. If they
do it to a baby heal. Because 4,200 health is nothing. It scratches nothing.
Yeah, but it's 20% of her health if you have high red stars on her. You know, it could be.
Yes, so it's very dependent upon having a very fat amount of red stars on her. But anyways, I'm sure there's people out there that have a 7 red Night Nurse that were like, oh, everything. I hate this bitch. And now they're like, yes, badass healer.
I like that they're reworking characters and making them good.
They should do that with every character in this game that has been around since day one, in my opinion.
I agree.
Okay, so the ultimate, it flips 3 negative effects on self and all Shadowland allies. It doesn't just clear them, it flips them. The impact of that is actually huge. Heal all allies for 4,000 health plus 15% of this character's max health. Originally, it was 3,200 and 10%. So that's not bad at all, man. That's a really nice change to the heal. Still applies to regeneration each ally. Then her passive, when this character or any Shadowland character any Shadowland ally drops below 50% max health, apply defense up to that character, plus fill this character's speed bar by 30%. Also, in war, on turn, heal the most injured Shadowland ally for 15% of this character's max health. So Night Nurse is dope. Night Nurse seems like a variation of maybe Scream or Anti-Venom for the Spider-Verse team. She does a lot of passive healing. She can flip buffs, fill speed bar. I mean, she's just add defense up on people. It's a pretty solid team.
They actually made Night Nurse great.
Yeah,
it's wild that they did this for this team, and then they're also saying that I hinted at it before, but they said that they're trying to use this as like a Black Order killer. They don't show us how with the defense or with the buff centric team how that works, but it just seems like Daredevil does a lot of heavy lifting.
The only thing that I can say to that is I see there being a benefit to being able to flip Proxima's offense down, the speed down from Maw, flipping any of the bleeds that Thanos is putting on people, has a lot of stripping capabilities. And I mean, Black Order, that's, their bread and butter is having all of those, having the wall of buffs for the first 2 to 3 turns. So, I mean, there's some, I'm gonna agree with you. The Krakens will be able to use this against Black Order teams. The plebs like myself will never have a team big enough to take on a serious Black Order team. This will most likely be an Emma killer for me, but I think that if you're desperate for something like that, like if you're looking at your roster and you're saying, I need a team to kill Black Order that is not X-Men or Black Order itself, then this is probably a viable option to work on.
Yeah.
Which is cool because I mean, at least
you really only need to work on. Well, in reality, you probably only need to get White Tiger and Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So
got my Daredevil's G13 with all the T4s. So I mean,
yeah, it's just interesting, and I don't know how they're releasing. I would assume probably Blitz for them, or maybe a milestone for Moon Knight would be my guess. But we don't.
You would think they would tell us
they're...
something like that, but
you would think so, but it's fine. But anyway, that's what. So your impressions are that, are you gonna when this team comes out and you eventually unlock them, which is it a team that you'll be investing in the future? Not like buying. I meant like whenever you unlock them, even if they're like 2-star, 3-star, would you
actually? Yes, because I'm the kind of person that I am really far behind on a lot of the newer champions, like Longshot, Shatterstar. I'm really far behind on the Pimtech team. So when something like this comes along, it's a quick, easy solution for me to add another team, offensive team, into my arsenal. Kind of like Baron Zemo with Winter Soldier, Hydra Grenadier.
Mm-hmm.
It's just utilizing characters that are in your roster that are already starred up. You don't need to farm them. You can upgrade their gear a little bit. If you got some orange mats laying around, you can tool them up real quick. But to me, this is a more efficient team to work with if you're an existing player. And so for me, I'm probably I'll do the typical, get the White Knight and Moon Knight up to like G12, and my Night Nurse is already G12, same, or Elektra's probably like tier 10, so maybe I'll bring her up. But like I said earlier, Daredevil's already G13, so it's an easy team for me to use. I mean, granted, I'll probably only have like a 4-star version of Moon Knight and White Tiger, but
Yeah, if they do Blitz releases, I aim for 4 stars now, because I can't go any further than that without buying anything, and I've tempered my expectations for purchases in this game from this point forward.
It's a good idea. But until they make some real changes to this game, I don't think people should keep paying for the characters, because here's another update they're doing, and they have mentioned nothing about content in the game. It's just character after character after character. And I'm fine with that. I mean, it's a character collecting game, like, we get it, but it's only so long you can just jamming characters out without actually releasing content to use them in before people are just going to get burnt out and quit, and your Krakens are going to dissipate and your income's going to go away. So it's up to you guys, Scopely, to quit ignoring your community's cries for something other than a skilletary milestone that make people want to claw their eyes out.
Yeah, especially when it had so many people had bad experiences with skilletary as well. So with that, there's that's how many characters do we? So it's 4 characters with this patch, right? So we have White Tiger, Moon Knight, Jubilee, and Bishop, right? Mm-hmm. Those are the 4 characters that are coming out.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on Bishop or Jubilee?
Bishop looks cool. I will invest nothing in him because dude, way too many fucking X-Men people, man. Come on. You're in the Marvel universe, dude. Like, why are there like 3 dozen, or excuse me, why are there like 18 to 20 X-Men in the game, and then every other category is just starving for new units? You keep releasing, you go in cycles. You go X-Men, or you go Bio, X-Men, and then now it's going to be City. They jammed out a bunch of City characters, and it's just, they release them in droves to create a demand for these items, and it's just another one of their scummy business tactics. To answer your question, Bishop, I won't be working on. Jubilee, I'm totally gonna miss it because I didn't really go hard on Ghost, and so I only have a 3-star Ghost. I will say though that I wish I was getting Jubilee. I think she's cool. I'm not one of the people that's like, fuck Jubilee, blah, 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 blah. I actually think her kit is going to be pretty cool looking, I hope. and I'll get her second time around.
Yeah, I think I will unlock Jubilee first time around this run. I don't know how much I'm going to invest in her. I'm curious to see what the requirements are for her gear.
Yeah.
If she's relatively cheap, she might be a good alternative for D4 for the legendary stuff, but we'll see what happens. But
you know what's funny? I was actually looking at my gear totals this morning. I have almost 300 of all of the items in the game except for the mutant stuff, which I have like under 50 of each item, you know? And so it's kind of funny that they've just created this like hole there, but it is what it is.
They looked at your account and said, okay, what does Crondo not have? Let's make all these new characters that.
I'm not going to argue with you on that one. I mean, I'm enough of a narcissist to believe that that's true.
Fantastic. Anyway, that'll do it for us for this Envoy edition of this podcast. Let us know what you think in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube, or if you want, leave us a review on your platform of choice. Don't forget, you can get Noob Energy at noobenergy.com, 15% off with your promo code OG15, or you can go to noob.ogpodcast.fm. That either one will work for us. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at og.podcast, or Twitter is overachieversp. Our website, ogpodcast.fm. We give this episode and every episode where we talk about video games, Marvel Strike Force, and hopefully some other stuff coming up.
Diamond Hands.
Oh, I'm so screwed this week. Thank you guys very much. Catch you all later. Peace.